Head over to our Sounders here. Oops, I completely flipped the sides in our thing. Anyway, I can find them. So the 2023 Seattle Sounders schedule has released. I was finally able to put it in our schedule, in our calendar. And we know that the Club World Cup will take place from February 1st through 11th in Morocco. So the nice little tournament for the Sounders to sort of get underway in. We talked about it last week, I believe. I don't expect them to do too much in that tournament, but it'll still be pretty cool to see them in a tournament with some of the best clubs in the world. MLS season, though, starts on February 26th. So we'll go into the beginning of the season here. February 26th versus the Colorado Rapids is the opening game at home at 5 o'clock. March 4 fixtures in March. March 4th versus Real Salt Lake at 7:30 p.m. March 11th at FC Cincinnati at 4:30 p.m. March 18th, returning home to fight LAFC at noon. As you can see, we have an LAFC photo on the screen here. March 25th. Well, if you're listening on the podcast, you can't see anything. I apologize. March 25th at Sporting Kansas City at 5:30. We then head over to the month of April. April 1st at the LA Galaxy at 4:30 p.m. start. April 8th versus St. Louis City SC. This is the first time that Seattle will face the league's newest expansion team at 7:30 p.m. here in Seattle. April 15th at the Portland Timbers at 7:30. So Seattle gets their first shot at the rivals to the south. On the road, they do that. On April 22nd, they play Minnesota United SC at 7:30 here at home, and then heading back. See, very, very much home away. Very interesting. April 29th at Real Salt Lake is a 6:30 p.m. start. We then head into the month of May. Still continuing with that home and away. May 7th versus Sporting KC at 1:30. May 13th at Houston Dynamo 5:30. May 17th versus Austin FC at 7:30. May 20th at the Vancouver Whitecaps at 7:30. May 27th versus New York Red Bulls at 7:30. So Seattle plays Red Bulls for the first time in what feels like a while. May 31st versus the San Jose Earthquakes at 7:30. We head into my birthday month of June. June 3rd versus the Portland Timbers at 1:30. So hoping that one at home is better than what happened in the game that you see in the photo there taken by Live Lions. June 10th at Charlotte FC at 4:30. So Seattle will head down to Charlotte for the first time in their MLS existence. June 21st at LAFC at 7:30. And then June 24th versus Orlando City SC at 7:30. July, we head into July 1st versus the Houston Dynamo at 7:30 at home. July 8th at the Vancouver Whitecaps at 7:30. July 12th at San Jose Earthquakes at 7:30. And then July 15th versus FC Dallas at 7:30. If I'm going too fast or you want to look at some of these months in particular, please feel free to pause.
You're in August. You just went over July. There we go.
Oh no, I flipped them. Well, there's July. I'm going to give people a second for that. God damn it. We still have issues, folks. I guess you can look at this now. August 20th, you see a little break there. We go from July 15th is the last game in July, and then August 20th is the first game in August. So the 20th versus Atlanta United FC at 7:30. August 27th at Minnesota United SC at 1:30, and then August 30th at Austin FC at 5:30. Thank you for pointing that out. I would have had no idea. Make sure this is September. Yep, September 2nd versus Portland Timbers at 7:30. So Seattle gets 2 games at home versus Portland. September 16th at FC Dallas at 5:30, September 20th at the Colorado Rapids at 6:30, and then September 30th at Nashville SC at 5:30 p.m. October, we go to the month of October here to wrap things up. Only 3 fixtures in October. The 4th versus the LA Galaxy at 7:30. The 7th, which is the last home match of the regular season, versus the Vancouver Whitecaps at 7:30, and then Seattle's last game of the regular season ends on the road on October 21st at St. Louis SC with a time to be determined. Usually decision day, the last day of the season, is always at the same time. So I expect that to be the same, but maybe MLS changes it. But interesting that Seattle has to end the season on the road there. So not too much I want to look at necessarily right now, partially because we spent 30 minutes on the Seahawks. But I mean, it's going to be, I've talked about it all off season. This is a big offseason for the Sounders to sort of retool, to add, and to look to start a new playoff streak. To have your playoff streak end this past year, winning CCL. You're going to get João Paulo back from injury. You see playing some teams you haven't played in a bit or ever in terms of St. Louis SC. So, and then that break from the 15th of July through the 20th of August. So nice to finally get a schedule update. I hate having to wait for schedules. So we go over to the SuperDraft here on the 21st of December. The club held the number 9 overall pick in the draft and thought maybe they'd go with maybe they'd taken this pick, but this seems to be a Seattle thing where they trade out of top picks. Seattle traded the number 9 overall pick to St. Louis City SC for $175,000 in general allocation money for 2023, as well as St. Louis's third round pick at number 59 overall. So in terms of actual picks that the team made, oh God, this one's going to be fun. I did look up how to say his name, so you'll have fun with this. So round 2, pick number 38, Eythor Bjørgolfsson is how I heard it on the highlights. So Bjørgolfsson. I'm sure I'll get comments about it. Please feel free to correct me. Out of the University of Kentucky. He's a 6'3" forward, 195 pounds. His accolade list is pretty nice. In 2021, the CUSA tournament champion, CUSA tournament offensive MVP, CUSA all-tournament team, SEC Fall Academic Honor Roll. In 2020, all CUSA third team, CUSA Commissioner's Honor Roll, as well as SEC Fall Academic Honor Roll. He earned the CUSA Offensive Player of the Week on March 16, 2021. In 2019 was the CUSA All-Freshman team, so he's made some rounds. In 2021, he appeared in 14 matches, earning 7 starts, finished the year with 11 points off of 5 goals and 1 assist, tying for the team lead with 5 goals. He spent his last year in 2022 with the Vermont Green FC in the USL League, being relatively productive down there. So I think, I don't know why I did my Kermit voice. It's an interesting pick. With both of these selections, Seattle made 2 selections in the Super Draft. I don't expect them, I'm out of focus. There we go. To spend too much time with the first team at all. Maybe here and there in a bench role, or if they get banged up injury wise, like the Sounders did this past season, we will. But I highly expect them to spend time with Tacoma Defiance down at Starfire. Bjørgolfsson, I know that the Sounders are targeting a backup forward since they let Wolf Bruin go in free agency, but they said they want a veteran, so I don't expect them to take first-year guy and throw him in there. But to have that size at forward and to be able to make plays like he did and score like he did could be, if developed correctly, could be an interesting forward up at the top for the Sounders for years to come. People were upset that they traded Sam Adeniran last week. It was he was more of a winger. St. Louis looked at him as a striker, but he's more of a winger. Interesting to see kind of trade one guy away, bring in Bjørgolfsson. Maybe he fills that role. With that 59th overall pick that the Sounders traded for when they got the allocation money and they sent their number 9 overall pick to St. Louis, they selected Blake Bowen out of San Diego State University. He's a defender. A couple of awards for him: United Soccer Coaches All Far West Region third team in 22. Also in 22, All Pac-12 second team, being named an All Pac-12 honorable mention in 20 and 21. In 21, he started in 15 games while appearing in all 17. All 3 of his goals were game winners. Interesting with Bowen, he's listed on the San Diego State website as a midfielder. And when he was selected, he was listed as a defender. So maybe Seattle's looking to use him more as an outside back, like they have with Alex Roldan, kind of in a way like Nuhu, like a Brad Smith. That's where I think, like, kind of having him be, play the defense role, but also being able to come up with the ball. He is, I would say, undersized, but I'm not that tall. He's 5'9". So it's an interesting pick. I'm okay with both of these picks. I have more confidence in terms of Bjørgolfsson. But I think they're solid for what they are. Craig Waibel said that they like the talent that both of these guys bring. But I think that I don't see either of them spending much time with the first team in 2023.